The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
First run now for Kyron Williams.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
He's going to find Atwell open downfield. Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown, LA!
Tutu Atwell.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Rams go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
And Shaheed going to go in motion.
Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
The Saints had 7-4 on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, this defense for the Rams, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And now Carr changing the formation.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
When you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing. And as a player, that means an awful lot.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Carr. Throw right side into the hands of Foster Moreau. Touchdown, Saints. Foster Moreau, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Blake Groupie now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shot of playoff football.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Stafford. That is caught. He's across midfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. 37 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game. The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Kyren Williams with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it facing a second and long situation. Play action. Now it's Carr. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Here's Carr. There's Chris Olave. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A big kick that time, 52 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
2nd down and 6 now.
Now it's Stafford. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Motion left, Cup.
Right back to him on 1st down.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. But guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third and 5.
A shotgun snap for Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Williams going to get it again on second down.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
So 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. To throw is Stafford. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting. By any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
This one taken in by Olave. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Now Carr shifting his guys around a bit.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back to throw, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Stafford now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stafford looks to throw again. He's got his man. It's Nakua. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. A 3rd down gain of 19. From the gun, here's Stafford.
That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Stafford. This is caught. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp with career touchdown number 60. And the Rams are able to extend their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Saints, 1st down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Carr going to throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Carr to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
That's exactly what they were aiming for defensively. A huge early play that cuts off any opposing momentum at the knees. As soon as that snap was made, they were flying to the ball and through the line. Great call from the coaching staff and even better execution.
This is taken around the 12. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went.
Touchdown, LA!
Puka Nacua.
75 yards.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Next to score, Rams 33, Saints 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And now their hill to climb has gotten taller. They had the safety last time they had the football. That led to the touchdown a moment ago. So that deficit going in the wrong direction as they try to right the ship here. 1st and 10.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh,
and you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Carr now to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Room here to run. Down the left sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 36 yards. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Groupie able to add the PAT.
And that'll make this a 19-point ball game.
33. Saints 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Across the middle, and this pass complete to Cooper Kupp.
Touchdown, L.A.
Cooper Kupp
with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Rams add 6 to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Saints take over 1st and 10. They're on the 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. The way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, boy, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit. It makes them a little bit less confident.
On play action, it's Carr sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Carr. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Here's Carr.
That'll be taken in by Shaheed.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there. 41 yards.
And the Saints get a bit closer. Groupie for the extra point.
And that'll make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be backed up a bit here after the free kick as they start out 1st and 10. And that one complete downfield to Cup.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to air one out.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Working from the gun, it's Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Throwing now is Carr. His throw incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
This offense so far on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Carr again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. To throw is Carr.
Again, it's Johnson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Again, they'll throw with Carr.
He completes it to Olave.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 21. From the gun, it's Carr. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw, it's Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They run. It's Kamara. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on 1st down, and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
55 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They run it again with Williams. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A couple of 1st downs, has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. A give to Williams, running right.
And he's got a first down there after a gain of about 12 as the clock will stop right now for the 2-minute warning.
They try the left side here with Williams. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Credit Brian Bcyd in there to greet him and drop him for a loss.
They give it to Williams, running right. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
On play action, now Carr rolling to his right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, here's Kamara. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now second and 5.
Now a play fake. Carr. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Carr.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Ced Wilson,
26 yards.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Carr to throw.
And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.